Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Annette Green. If you are new, welcome to my channel. I am working in my weekly 2023 memory keeping planner, and we are documenting 1 week in a page for the whole year, and we are way up here on week 18. So this is where we left off last time, and I have a bunch of things ready here, so we're going to dig right in. Again, if you're new here, I welcome you, and I will let you know that I do have a playlist of all the weekly videos if you'd like to go back and watch any. There's a lot of helpful tips each time. This week though, we are going to be documenting the Greenville downtown farmers market. It's a big deal. I love it. I go every week, and I have a few things ready here. I have some photos of some things I bought, beautiful oyster mushrooms, some wonderful curly kale, and some fresh radishes, and then of course the big turnout for the first weekend opening of the return. And I have a few other things ready to go. I'm only going to have 2 photos this time. So basically my purchases at the farmers market, and the farmers market itself with the big crowd. So that keeps it easy. It is a new month also in my planner, so I will have the word May in here, and also the number 18, which you see over here, to mark the week that we're working in. So as you can see, I am putting black photo mats, just a skinny one, around each picture. I usually do that on all my photos just to help kind of frame them out and really make them pop. I was talking with a friend on a private message about this idea, and they said, you know, I never used to do that before, but now I'm doing it and it just really makes a big difference. And honestly, I think it does. And I said back, you know, otherwise if we don't put those photo mats, our eye just sort of is left to wander. Nothing is anchoring it around on the page. So I do encourage some kind of photo mat. As you can see, I do it in every single page, every photo. There are a few exceptions really where I won't do that. Okay, so I thought it would be fun to use my fancy flourish die. I've used this previously in the Chicago page, if you recall, when I went to the Chicago area. I didn't use this particular one so much as the others in the collection. And I use these in black to kind of indicate wind and movement. But this time I'm going to incorporate my fancy flourish in green with the strawberry die, because, you know, strawberries are in season or running the edge. And this is one of my favorite dies of all time, 1777, the Strawberries die by Yoset. I use it all the time. I just think it's so easy to make them look really nice and realistic like this. And I thought it would lend itself really well to the farmers market story here. So I have a couple of them cut out over here and actually colored a few, but for now I just want to show you the things that are definitely going to be in the layout. So we have May over there, and the little tab in May are from the same die set that is Planner Essentials 56, the tickets and tabs. It has all the months. It has all these little tabs and tickets and all kinds of stuff on it. So I have been using that as I've moved from month to month in my weekly planner, and of course there are some tickets from that same set. So I'm going to use the bottom part right here, and I want to put my 18 down here, I think, just kind of coming off the page, because there is that open place in the photo where there's nothing happening. It's just gray concrete, so I think that would be a good place for that. And in the Strawberries die set, there's also these little tiny flowers and centers, which I have colored yellow over here, and basically just cut these out of soft finish white cardstock, as I did the strawberries. So I'm going to show you how I colored those, and we won't place anything down until we decide exactly where everything's going to go, because see how I move this down here? I'm not sure if it's going down here or up here. It will all depend on the strawberries and how heavy and predominant they are up at the top here. So let's color a strawberry. It's such an easy thing to make these look so realistic and nice. And so I've just picked a pink ink. So in this case, it's Saltwater Taffy Distress ink, and I also picked a little darker red, which would be Fired Brick. I've got some little fingertip daubers here. And I'm just going to start, let's get this zoom nice and close. I'm just going to start with the pink and my little strawberry here. And I'm just going to come in and swirl around most of the strawberry. I'm going to leave a little bit of a shiny spot, let's say a shine spot, just for dimension, kind of in this upper right corner of the strawberry, or upper right area. So I start light and I get heavier and heavier as I come around. And you know, there are strawberries that are that light, but I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to add some red. So that's where we grab our Fired Brick. And you know, there's plenty of other colors that you could use. So just a nice red, orangey red. And again, swirling in, kind of heavier on the outside and getting a little lighter with the touch as I move inward. Super easy. And this strawberry really starts to take this shape, like realistically almost round looking, right? Okay, that looks good. And then the one final step that I would take here is just some sort of brown. I just happen to have gathered twigs off to the side here, and my dauber's already got that on there, so I think I would probably stop there. Here's some other ones that I did. Let's see, maybe add a little more red, make it a little darker. I like that feel that that has. Okay, and then these strawberries each have a little topper, which I've already colored a few. Let's do one more for you. This time I used my Olo markers. These are my alcohol markers that I spoke about. I think last time we colored the bird for week 17. I am just going to quickly grab a light bright green. Pretty much color the whole thing, just quick. And then a little bit darker to come around in some areas, kind of also leaving an upper right area that's a little lighter there, like a shine spot in a way, okay? And then we will go back to our brown. And I'm purposely picking green colors that don't exactly match the green in the Flourish, the cardstock that I picked for this, just so they stand out a little bit, but really there they are. So we'll put those on the tops of our strawberries, and then we'll do our little flowers and get this all pulled together here. Okay, as I'm getting ready to put my elements down on here, I'm just trying to decide how low this photo can go. And I've got my 18 on my ticket, so I'm just sort of making a mark here where I'm going to cut that off. And I have inked around the edges, of course, with that same brown that I've been using. So now I know that my photo has to go there. So I think what I'll do is I'll put just a little adhesive down here in the bottom of my 18. And then that way, that position is there. And then I can get this photo down first. I can put more adhesive if I like behind that 18. Not too high. Okay, so I would just squeak a little bit under here, nothing crazy, just enough to get that down. Okay, And as I lay this photo down, I'm trying to decide, will it go in the center? I think it's going to need to come over here a bit. It just nests nicely down into that area where the trees are in this photo. And then I think this is, I don't want to cover up my radishes too much, so I think I might have to tilt this a little bit this way, which is nice because this little flourish lands right about there. So now I know I can get this photo down. I'm just going to make a little tick mark. Oftentimes when I have a plan, if I pull away the photo like that and I go to put it back down, I put it slightly in the wrong place. And then it sort of has kind of shifted my plan a little and thrown me off as to what I had intended originally. Okay, now this we need to put on with some liquid glue. I'll take a second to do that. That's what it looks like. I just do some really quick little dots. And I should have this on a piece of scrap paper behind it, but I'm just going to go for it and stick that right there. Grab some scrap here just so I don't get glue all over the place. You know, art glitter glue dries clear, so I'm okay, but I just don't want it to get all over the table and for me to flip this over and get it on my photos. So we're good there, and we can trim this off. And re-ink that edge. And I'm not worried about any glue that I see because I know it's going to dry clear, but I think that's good. All right, and I just kind of laid those there, those strawberries, and I like where they are, so I'm just going to get those down right away. Quite happy with that. And I haven't quite decided where May is going to go. When I get it all the way in there, the Y gets a little bit covered up. And I could put it down here, which I think I'm gonna. I like that. Because if you see red, 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 it takes your eye on down, makes it travel, which is good. But we do have these little flowers. And of course, naturally, I would, on a card or something, I'd want to shape these flowers, but because I am working in my planner, and I'm going to get the entire year into this planner, I do not want to add too much dimension to anything. So I don't pop things up, and I don't shape flowers. I keep them nice and flat. And so far, so good. I think I'm going to make it. We'll see. Okay, there we go. Oop. Fingers are a little gluey. Okay, that's looking cute. Yeah, I'm just going to get May on here. I like it over there. I hope you do. Looks good. Okay, and so I've left myself just enough room to say either something here or here. Not a journaling block or anything, I don't think. Although now that I hold that up there, I'm thinking, oh, that's not bad, because that sort of opposes that. Just so I can say what's, you know, what the deal is this week. Something about the farmer's market. So I might take a moment to journal that just a little bit and see how it looks up there, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I like it. Now this is a right-hand page, and normally I would put some hole reinforcements here, so I think I will go ahead and do that now. I'm just going to keep them simple and make them black to match my photo mats, and then we'll pop this back into the planner and we'll talk about next week. Okay, so like I said, I made those in black. Those are reinforcements from the reinforcement pack number 3 there. Just black cardstock, and then as I was doing it, I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it be fun to put a little stitching around the outside edge? So I just grabbed a fine line Sharpie real quick and did that. You certainly could sew through there. The only thing is you would want to have sewing on the other side, and I don't know if I want that. So this is an easy solution for that. So there is week 18. I hope you like it. I had fun making that one. And for week 19, I am going to be down in Florida teaching a class next weekend in Wicked Papers, Merritt Island, Florida. Wonderful store with two friends that I know there, Mary and Jackie. The store is right near my parents, so I'll get to see my mom for Mother's Day, which will be really nice. So I don't know if week 19 will be on time. It might be a little bit later than what you're used to. So if that happens, I appreciate your patience, but I definitely will be back with 19. So thanks for watching once again. Take care and happy Mother's Day in advance to all you moms.